What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is your man, Big Stu, Scott Steward or Professor Steward, depending on how you know me. Checking in with this conversation, this little series that's just been on me. The things that entrepreneurs don't talk about. You know, it's easy to get in front of people and put your stuff out here when everything is popping. What about when it ain't popping? This is the part, and I always tell entrepreneurs, this ain't for the faint of heart. Hey, Michelle, let me wave at you. Bam. This ain't for the faint of heart. As you know, Michelle, being an entrepreneur is not easy, but is social media be tweaking. Social media have us getting on here, putting on them smiles. You know, hey, I got a new client, I got a new interview, I got a new this or that. What we don't get on here and talk about when it ain't working out. When it ain't working out. And I'm gonna be, hold it. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be authentic and share like how I get through it when it ain't always working out. And today's episode is really about, I know God is in me as much as I bite my tongue, hold my tongue, the things I don't say, how I work to not let my frustrations or other people frustrate me. I know it's God. I know it's God in me that gives me the perseverance to be on my way. I'm on my way to a school. I'm on my way to a school to deliver some books and surprise some kids that I've only seen in the virtual space. I'm just going to stick my head in. But I really don't want to. Some of y'all may know, if you really know me, which I think a lot of you do, you know, I have some young babies. I have 2-year-old twins. And I'm in the potty, we're in the potty training phase right now. And I thought it was going to be simpler. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm like almost 2 decades removed from the process. Well, actually Trent is. So maybe I'm more like a decade removed from the process. I forgot what it was like to potty train. And so it's a lot of changing of underwear and you got to be patient with the babies to get them to use the bathroom in the appropriate place, and you know, hoping that they don't mess the bed and all of this other stuff. And this morning I had a plan, but them babies, and definitely God be like, man, forget your plans, right? And so I know that some people, and when things don't go according to plan, man, they go off. It can ruin their day. It can ruin their 2 days, their 3 days, their week. But today I was just blessed that, man, I don't let a lot of stuff get to me. I recognize that some things is just temporary, particularly this instance and this moment. It's just temporary. And I can't dwell in the past. I can't sit and sulk about what didn't work out or why it didn't go that way. I just have to keep moving, always remembering. And this is the new part for me in the last few years. Understanding why things ain't going the way that I planned for. It's because God's plan is better than my plan. And so I may say I want to be somewhere early, right? Prepared, and God may say, well, you know, you don't need to be early, that it's not going to hurt your reputation. Clean up this baby poop. Clean up, change your baby's change your baby's underwear. Dip them in the tub real quick, and don't worry about being on time. And that type of stuff just cannot frustrate a person. It cannot frustrate a true leader, particularly an entrepreneur. And you might be saying, I might be saying, but man, I need to be on time. I want to show the value because I need this money. Because as entrepreneurs, you know, I can't always count on the paycheck every 2 weeks, right? What I have to build up and count on is having that pipeline of business, that the money is rolling in even while I'm sleeping, that the operations are going even when I'm dealing with potty training a 2-year-old, whether it's your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew. And so this is the stuff that entrepreneurs don't talk about when it's not working out. And so I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to remember your why. That's a cliche-ish term. Remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And know that God's plan, there's a higher power working. I call it God. I know it's the universe, the laws of attraction. There's a higher power. There's a higher power moving for your greatest good. That's the takeaway. That's the takeaway. There's a higher power moving for your greatest good, even when it feels like things ain't going your way. Especially when it feels like things ain't going your way, it's going God's way. And if you believe that, then you know that God is always working for your good. So it must be what's right. It must be what's right. Period, point blank. According to your desires and God's will for you. I ain't here to preach. I didn't get on here to preach about God. That's not why I'm here. But maybe it is why I'm here, right? To help us understand what we're doing. We're not of the world. We should be putting God front and center in everything that we do, right? And so I've been knowing this stuff, but having the courage to speak out and share it and let it be known. Let my little light shine. For real, that's the work. That's the work piece. Letting that light shine in the truth, right? Right? Trying to get to the money. If you're doing it for money, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. The work is in doing God's will. I know we got plans. I know I got plans. I got an agenda. I got some bills that need to be paid. I got some important dates coming up. I'd like to have some things in line and in order, but that don't matter if I'm not putting what's important first, and that's God's will. Straight up. And I don't know what that looks like for you. I'm just sharing my personal experience. You could take some of this. I hope you listen so you can hear what might work for you. And also equally as important, you can hear what ain't gonna work for you. No, Stu, that dude sound crazy. That ain't gonna work for that ain't working for me. That ain't working for me. I don't believe that. And with that, let that be your calibration for what you need to do in your life. Don't just look at me for all that you could possibly, all the good, challenge what I'm saying and use that for what might not work out for you. Straight up. Straight up. Let that be what guides you on your entrepreneurial journey. Because a lot of people ain't gonna tell you about when they not sure if their car gonna swipe. Or they missed the bill deadline. But I will tell you this. What is keeping me going in my journey is a couple of things. Knowing there ain't no lack. I'm not lacking money. I'm not lacking the experience. I'm not lacking the solutions for my customers. That's important. Are you providing real solutions for your customer? Are you focused on just trying to how I'm gonna get this money, or are you focused on how I'm gonna serve this client? Which is why I'm going to this school to hand deliver these books and to pop up on these students to keep them further engaged in the work that we're doing in the virtual space. Because I know I'm at the forefront of the work that I do, which is a solution not only for school principals and teachers, but a solution for students, right? A new way to learn. Like, you can learn on the go. You could be learning while you're listening to this live. You could be learning on YouTube. So let this be your motivation. Let this be your inspiration to keep going. And you're not in this by yourself. A lot of folks just don't have it in them to get on here and share what ain't going right as an entrepreneur, small business entrepreneur, south side of Chicago, who will soon enough, you'll be like, man, I remember back in 2001 when Big Stu was talking about what wasn't working, and here it is now. This brother is demonstrating high levels of success. I'm demonstrating high levels of success now because that's in the preparation. I'm in the preparation season. And the preparation season don't necessarily just mean it's 3 months. What's up, Mizel? Preparation season don't mean it's just 3 months like a season of time like we see winter, spring, summer, fall. A preparation is a season of preparation according to God could be 2 years, 3 years. could be 6 months. And so what do you do when you're waiting? What do you do? And I heard somebody else say this straight up. What do you do when you're waiting? What do you do when you're waiting on somebody, on things to work out? You prepare, double down and prepare your work, what it is that you're doing. You're not doing this work as an entrepreneur for the money. You ain't even if you're not an entrepreneur, if you got a job, it's not for the money. It's for whatever it is that you're trying to leave in this life, which is probably, at least for me, is legacy, right? It's really is legacy, generational legacy. Generational wealth ain't just money, although I love that. And I love it when the money is rolling in because we can have all kind of experiences. But the wealth, the generational wealth is in the memories, the good times, the good behaviors, the authentic laughs, the ability to appreciate folks even in their flaws. Like all of that, the lack of, like the not operating in judgment and things of that nature, like dealing with the mental situations that your family has to deal with, addressing situations and not letting small things ruin your day. Straight up. Don't let these small things ruin your day. Or don't let these things that don't go, so you late, so you missed the deadline. Own it. Don't run from it. Own it. Because that's the preparation as you are on your journey for entrepreneurial success. That's what I subscribe to. That's what I subscribe to. So, yeah, I get frustrated. I just try not to let it ruin my day. So I'm up early. I'm gonna do morning prayer calls, thank goodness, with my family. We've been on that real heavy. I intend that we'll continue that. And then I have a little quiet time, and then I can prep for my day. So as the kids get up and as my lady get up, I can be available and be on time to whatever I have scheduled on my agenda for the day. And then even that plan goes awry. And it's not because of anything I did wrong. It's because God said, hey, listen, I got something else for you to do that's way better than what you got planned for yourself. Remember that part. And it ain't worth it. Nothing has to frustrate you. Nothing has to frustrate you to the point where your day is ruined. That's for sure. Nothing has to frustrate you to the point where your day is ruined. And so on that note, I want to tell you, be well, understand what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Get to it and make the most out of your day. All right? No doubt. Until next time, you already know what it is. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.